All right, morning everybody, and thanks for being here. And especially given that it's really, really cold, so lots of fun. We'll start out this morning. I just want to mention that Graham has had to step down due to health reasons, and so moving forward, I think we've talked kind of in the background.
Hey Rivers, we got you on speakerphone in here.
Yeah. With him gone, there's a question of whether we need to replace him on the committee or not. I think without him here, that, and this is for the group to decide, without him here, it does give us an odd number, which maybe makes it a little bit easier. I think we have enough people representing the interests and expertise that we need at the committee level, so we can probably continue without that. We just want to let everybody know he had to step down. That's what him, and hopefully he'll be healthy and everything will be fine. Is the group okay with moving forward without replacing Graham at this point? Yeah, it's not. Is the board okay with moving forward without replacing Graham, Chris?
Nobody made any comments when I mentioned it.
Okay. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do that. One of the first things I was going to talk about this morning, and it was a little bumpy at the first meeting, is just the role. My role as the ex officio member as a facilitator versus the chairman. We're going to have a chairman too, so I think my role is really to help, make sure in the background we're having all the information provided to the meetings and keeping things going, helping set the agenda. The chairman will run the meeting and drive the agendas and things like that. We'll work together on those kind of things. And Graham and I work up until right before Christmas. So, from that standpoint, I think we'll continue on. I think the next thing we'll need to do is, in just those two roles, we'll need to elect a new chairperson. So that will be up to you guys right now to have that. We'll take nominations from the floor, I guess.
Should we amend the agenda for that?
It's on here, it's the third one.
I can't read.
Sorry, elect a new chairperson.
Oh, in red, bold red. All caps.
So you start like me.
Sean, join the party.
I swear, I'm already six bullet points ahead of you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nominate Sue, and Sue's not gonna wanna sit next to me anymore.
As I mentioned to Angie, when I said yes, that I have a couple of things going on. I have to make some frequent trips to Ohio. What I didn't mention to Angie is that I do have a surgery issue to take care of in April. So I feel like I can participate. I can even zoom in. I think if you're coming down to wanting an answer in May or June, I think that I'm probably not that person because of some intermittent availability. And I realize that Joel works, but he would be a tremendous asset.
Yeah, I realize that Scott would be a big asset.
And I would support you in the time I'm here.
I rescind my nomination.
See, Joel, you messed up. Last time you said you'd take the bullet for Graham.
Did I?
Yeah, that's what we heard.
We heard you say
I
that.
don't-
You normally take the bullet for Graham, so he doesn't get
Did I
locked
say
into that.
that?
Yeah,
So now you have to
I
take
think
the
she
bullet
could
for-
find it on the.
I think I'm qualified to be a chair.
I'm pretty sure you are.
Yeah. And we know you're pretty committed to coming in.
I think somebody did.
Anybody else? More nominations?
I rescinded mine, so you're.
Thank you. Call for the vote.
So the good news, Joel, is I work about 5 minutes from you, and I can just come over to you, tell me what you want, and then we'll figure it out from
So I can put it all on you and you can make it.
there.
And
That's usually my model anyway, so that's
then Catherine and I are Chip's backside,
Right,
so we
yeah.
got you.
They're the brains. So, just,
all right.
no.
Well, if y'all help me through it, I'll do whatever's necessary. So.
Yeah, I've learned a few times being the chair means you can delegate to who needs
Oh, trust me, I've got that one figured out. So.
So we have nominations.
Sure? I'm sure.
I support, I call for the vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
You did get a lot
I will note it
sadder
is
in
not
that.
unanimous, but the ayes have it.
I was distracted. I was off my game. I was checking on Graham and y'all, next thing I know,
See?
that's what I get.
All right,
Alright.
so you'll run the meeting, but I'll touch on a couple of things real quick.
Okay.
If that's all right. Number 4, we just wanted to kind of review some of the roles and processes we talked about last time. I think everybody kind of got Chris's explanation of how we want to address executive sessions. And so, that'll be, these will be open meetings as we go through. If we have items that come up that we feel need to go to executive session, then we will do that. When we get done, we'll come out. And if there's any decisions made, we will talk about that. Otherwise, it'll be just like executive session for everybody else. So that's pretty straightforward to just, follow Chris's recommendation.
And I would appreciate if any time any member feels like we're delving into something that needs to go in, please halt, let me know or whoever, so we can get a motion to move forward, so we don't proceed too far, okay?
As far as agendas go, the group will kind of give, the input at meetings, what they want to hear, what the feedback you need, what information you need and everything, but Joel and I will work on the agendas each month to put that together, get whatever background information y'all need on that, decide how to move forward. For email communications for the group, if there's things you want to know, please email Chris or Lynn, and they will email the group. They will email us a blind copy to everyone so that there's no reply all, and we don't de facto have a meeting through email that we don't intend to. So if you have questions for the group or something needs to be discussed between meetings, please just email Chris or Lynn, and then they'll send it out to the group, and we'll communicate like that just to ensure that we don't have any inadvertent meetings online. Staff will Lynn will take care of the meeting minutes and transmit all that information out. Hopefully everybody got a copy of those before today.
Can I talk on that?
Yes.
Just a second, Chip.
Certainly.
So and since this is a committee of the board, what we decided to do, Lynn does a great job putting the meeting minutes together. So she drafted those, emailed them out to the committee. I did not want to take those to the board as being final without the committee having the opportunity to review, revise, and approve those as necessary. So that's why you'll see on here that there'll be a committee approval of those minutes. Then I'll take that to the board in February. They did receive the draft copy, but not the record copy.
I think it's fine. That's how we do ours too. So I just kind of wanted, we talked about those at the last meeting, but just wanted to make sure we went back over so everybody kind of understood how we're doing that. I guess that last section, item B was review, discussion of background information, and some of that's really more for, do y'all have questions from what got sent out, additional information you might want? I don't want to necessarily hang us up by going through all of that, but we just tried to provide as much background as we could on, some things, so it helps you give y'all context to the discussion we're having.
Yeah, I think it mostly centered around some questions with regard to demographics and population, things like that. So I think that's been compiled, as well as flagged portions of the master plan, all of that. So if anybody has any questions, just let us know. But I think you've got the background of the area.
And I guess I would ask anybody on the committee or in the room, is there any of the assumptions or contextual information that seemed inaccurate to anybody? I mean, I didn't have enough knowledge to know that, but I mean, there may be some that I just wanted.
So Joel, just so you know, we did, with regard to sewer service population, we did go to each entity and get that directly from them.
Okay.
So that should be the latest and greatest information based on their customer records and things like that. So.
Yeah, you keep going, you're doing great.
Okay.
I'll provide color commentary.
All right, so the next item on the agenda is public comment, so we are gonna open it up to public comment for anybody that wants would like to make a comment, feel free. Hearing no one step up, we'll continue on if that's, so the next item is approval of the ad hoc committee minutes. So I will turn it up to y'all if there's any questions about those.
Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes? No comments?
Motion to approve? Motion.
So moved.
We have first and second, person Sue. And, all in favor?
Alright.
All opposed? Motion carries. So the next item on the agenda is gonna be to discuss the memo on the different formats, the different options that we can take and get some legal advice on that and the options that we have and to review that. So, I think there's been a request to go into executive session for that, but I'll leave that to the committee to decide.
So do I hear a motion from the committee to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion around that? Do we need a stated purpose? Do we have a stated purpose for executive?
To receive
To
legal
receive
advice.
legal
Receive
advice
legal
on
advice.
the
Okay.
different procedural options.
So we're gonna motion in second, all, everybody voted in favor of that, so I would consider us in executive session. So,
I'm a county attorney, we met before.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
You want me to leave?
No, you, well,
I'll shut this off.
It'll be up to you.
I think you're fine to say.
Lawrence, what's your thoughts? Your,
Who do you want in?
So, you know, for what it's worth, the privilege obviously extends to the members of the committee. You know, David obviously has a legal relationship with Oconee County who is being considered as a member. I don't see an issue with it staying in the relationship.
Okay.
So,
And thank you.
and could you just take a minute, just to remind everybody about the
yeah, and